Now tell us who fought whom in the Battle of Culloden. Yay.
The Battle of Culloden is quite complicated because it was basically an Italian fought with a Polish accent, with a bunch of Highlanders, some Irish, a few French, fighting some Scottish lowlanders, English, led by a fat German from Hanover.
It's a very good description of the Battle of Culloden indeed. There were the Campbells and the Rosses and the Grants and the Guns and many of the lowland families. There were more Scots there beating Prince Charles Edward Stuart than there were English.
It's so weird that these national heroes are not from the place that they're supposed to be. William Wallace was from Kenya. His mother was Maasai. No, not really.
Just for a second, I was going, wow.
David Beckham is definitely from Chinkford.
Yes, that is true. Yeah.
But you see, I was educated in Scotland, and all English history is omitted as a matter of course. The only thing that will be mentioned is Bannockburn.
Yes.
We beat the bastards!
And the irony is, of course, that the Tories have never been voted for in Scotland for the past 20 years, and the Jacobite was a Tory rebellion. It was the Tories who were the pro-Stuart Catholic High Church Anglican party, and it was their fight. And indeed, the Tories were out of power for the next 50 and 60 years in Britain because they were Jacobites.
It led to tartan being
after the first
banned.
rebellion.
You weren't allowed to deep-fry pizza anymore?
No.
You're quite right. And they were very savage in the reprisals, and Butcher Cumberland earned his
Cut off your tongues if you spoke Gaelic.
All prisoners were killed.
Yes.
Do you know what the soldiers were called? The soldiers are called Tommy Lobsters. And also, it was the first battle they were trained to use bayonets for the first time.
You couldn't have a war like that in Scotland now.
Right then.
Smoking ban.
Oh, yeah! Very good indeed. So, Culloden was really more of a local difficulty. It was Highland versus Lowland. It was like Celtic and Rangers. Catholic versus Protestant, essentially. It's that kind of fight. And it goes on to this day. Will we never learn? Who knows? Religion. Shit it. Anyway.
You're watching The Moral Maze.
There were more Scots in the force which finally defeated Bonnie Prince Charlie than there were in his own army. It was basically a local derby, that's the point.